Hello, everybody. Welcome to It Is Possible with Dr. Sa. I hope you're doing very well. I'm excited to come your way with another great episode. Today, it's like I said, it's a great episode because the guest I have on here is doing some amazing work in the space of business analysis. And there are a lot of opportunities that for most of us we overlook for whatever the reason is. And my guest is doing amazing in this space by breaking barriers, by helping people to be able to gain employment in this area. And so I'm excited to bring her on, and very soon we're going to get to learn about her. She share her experience, and also we're going to dive into how to become a business analyst. Okay. And that is what today's conversation is going to be about. So don't go anywhere. All right, guys, like I said, today's discussion, we're looking at how to be a business analyst. I mean, what does it mean? What do business analysts do? My guest is Eno Eka, and I'm so excited to have you on the podcast, Eno. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sa, for having me on your podcast. I'm so happy to be here.
Eno, what a tremendous work you're doing, helping people to get into business analysis space. You really share with us, but even before we go into the details, just tell us about yourself. Who are you? And, so we can get to know you on a more deeper level.
Absolutely. My name is Eno Eka. I am based in Canada. I moved here from Nigeria 5 years ago to start a new life as a new immigrant in Canada. Prior to moving to Canada, I had a career as an accountant and then transitioned to business analysis. And then I moved to Canada. And when I got to Canada, I started my career here, and after a while of working, I started my business where I now have my own consulting company and a school called the Business Analysis School. So what I do now is I help companies leverage business analysis to grow their revenue and improve their business. And I also help professionals leverage business analysis skills to transition careers and land six-figure jobs. So that's what I do. And that's a bit about who I am.
When I think for most of us to hear about six figures, making six figures every year, I mean, that just brings out a lot of bubbles, a lot of gladness in the heart.
Right.
And, it's so amazing. You transitioned from Nigeria to Canada 5 years ago,
Right.
and you are doing this. Why did you could have been in any other field, but why did you choose to be in business analysis?
That's a great question. So like I shared earlier, I was an accountant, studied accounting, and I was working in an accounting job. And after a while, I just kind of got bored and tired with it. It was the same thing, mundane, doing the same thing over and over. There was really nothing new or challenging other than doing the same thing. So I kind of got quickly bored with it. And as a young professional, I kind of wanted to be more involved in things. I was hoping to do really big things, that's, drive you have as a young professional. That was where I was. And I was also really passionate about how tech worked. Like, I was curious about it. I thought that was like an industry that was going to explode soon. So I was like, how can I tap into this? So I started looking for other career paths that I could probably go into that could help me leverage my skills, but I didn't want to go back to the university. So I started looking for other courses I could take. So I took courses in HR, logistics and supply chain management, digital marketing, project management, business analysis. But when I found the business analysis career, it was the path that, was really real closest to what I had done in terms of supporting the project teams, helping the business achieve their goals, making money, saving costs, improving our revenue, improving our processes, implementing new technologies, recommending them, being involved in projects. So I really think that when I was able to do this, I said, okay, if I can achieve this, then I've been able to make this career change that I want. So when I found out about business analysis, I took courses, certifications. I even went to Ghana to write my certification, actually.
Wow.
Yes, because it wasn't like popular, and you would know this because back when you were in Ghana, I'm sure it wasn't a career path that you were, that was very popular.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely
I mean, people
not.
would know about project management because that has been around for a while, but business analysis
Right.
wasn't. But it came about in the when companies were looking at the fact that projects were failing, so projects were not being successful. Why? And they realized that there was really nobody that was actually bringing the teams together in terms of helping to ensure that the requirements that we want are actually aligned to the company's goals. And I said, this is what I do really, so I can leverage my accounting experience. So it was the closest thing I could do. So that's why I made that career change. And making that career change was a game changer for me, because even though it wasn't such a thriving field back in Nigeria or even in Africa as a whole, when I moved here,
Right.
I realized that there was a whole lot of opportunities for me. And that's when I truly began to soar here.
Wow. For a lot of people, when they migrate from Nigeria, Ghana, well, I forgot to ask, which part of Nigeria do you come from?
I come from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria, the south.
Okay. Okay. On the south, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of Nigeria friends, a lot of friends from the south side. My wife is actually Igbo.
Yeah,
So,
I'm half
I mean,
Igbo, so I'm southeast, south. Yeah.
Oh, just look at that. So yeah, for years now, I have dealt with more Nigerians than I have with any other nationality. So I'm on Niger. That's
Nice
it. So for a lot of immigrants, especially those of us from Ghana, whatever the African country is,
right.
If you're looking at a job, we come here with the notion is we want to make money, which there's nothing wrong with that. So the moment you land, you're looking for what can I do to start making money, and it's always either you working in a warehouse or become an MRDD or you even become a nurse, right? And for me, even the nursing I would say it's even kind of with all these first go-to employment option, nursing may even be the highest in terms of opportunities and growth and earnings and all of that. And a lot of us are now looking at business analysis, like you mentioned, is something new that is if we can really hone in this skill, we'll be able to really grow and expand. So share with us, what are the opportunities? First of all, how can someone become a business analyst, and what are the opportunities?
All right. So how can you become a business analyst? If you have been involved in helping organizations to make money, save money, improve their processes, all of these things are what business analysts do. So what is business analysis? It is the practice of enabling change within an organization. So whereby you're bringing about change within an organization, you're delivering value to stakeholders within the organization, you're practicing business analysis. So where you can identify how you've helped the company to achieve their goals, that is business analysis. So anyone can be a business analyst. Anyone can function as a business analyst because it is a practice whereby you're enabling change, you're understanding the goals and the needs, you're trying to find the solutions to the needs of your stakeholders, and you're trying to make sure that it's value driven. So any role where you find yourself doing this, you're already practicing business analysis. And there are so many titles that business analysts have. Business analyst is just about 26% of practitioners all over the world. Just about 26% bear the title business analyst, right? A lot of them bear so many other titles. Yeah, because it's a practice, right? So it's all about what you're doing. So, roles from, product owner, requirements analyst, solution analyst, financial analyst, data analyst, business intelligence analyst, right? So you can also be HR business analyst, supply chain business analyst, right? Merger and acquisitions analyst. So there's so many titles solution analyst that you can have within business analysis is so broad that there are over 800 job titles. So that's the reason that's the reason why when you identify what you have done in your career, does it align with the practice of business analysis? How have I been doing it? And that's what I was able to identify for myself. And that's what I help our students identify right now, is that how have you been a part of making these changes? How have you been a part of implementing this solution? How have you been a part of improving processes? How have you been a part of helping the company move from A to B or achieving this goal? That is where, you can identify how you are a business analyst and how you can support organizations. So when people are able to identify that they've done business analysis work, that's the first step. Now, the next step is how I'm going to now leverage this skill set to upskill, to level up. So that's where taking the courses in terms of understanding the terminologies, the tools and techniques that formalize this practice. So taking the trainings, getting the knowledge of these tools, the techniques, getting the certifications if possible, getting the coaching. And those are steps, reading books, anything that you can do to elevate your knowledge, and then put yourself out there to say, you know what, I want to practice as a business analyst. I want to take my experience in healthcare, right, and help companies, right, develop new solutions, improve their processes. I want to take my experience in finance, and I want to work with financial institutions, fintechs, and help them using my finance experience. So your industry knowledge is great to have. If you have industry experience, maybe some tools or technologies, that's where data comes in. That's where business intelligence comes in. That's where AI comes in. Or maybe you have worked with some certain tools and you're now an expert sort of with that tool. You can also leverage that knowledge. Or you can also just leverage the, maybe methodologies. So maybe if you've worked within manufacturing, oil and gas, those industries have their own methodologies and sort of certifications that you can also leverage and take to another organization and say, I'm a business analyst. I am, Six Sigma certified, black belt certified. I am a process improvement specialist, and you can take that knowledge and work there as a process consultant. So those are the things that we help you map out to see how you can leverage business analysis, because it's not something you can just do without having that prior expertise. So what is your expertise? What are the things you can do, you have done? Take that and merge it with business analysis skills. And that's what we use to help you, elevate in terms of your career and your, and even your business.
Wow. So from what you shared, it looks like business analysis helping, basically, to round it up, if I understand correctly, helping organizations for them to be able to achieve their goals.
Right, exactly.
For them to be able to get to the benchmarks or the objectives that they have, which is an innate ability that we all possess as human beings. Right? Even in our personal life, there are goals that we have to accomplish, and we work on accomplishing it. We come up with strategies to foster that, our effort and our activities, so we're able to achieve that goal. So business analysis now is looking at it in terms of, how can I take this skill, this mindset that I have, and then relate that to an organization who also want to achieve something on a larger scale.
Exactly.
Right.
You got it perfectly.
I see. Interesting. And as you're talking, it sounds like, I can see some similarity because I have project management background. I'm PMP certified. I can see some link between project management and business analysis. But can you touch on that? Is it blurred or they are different?
I'd love to. So I always say PMs and BAs were brother and sister, right? Very similar roles. In fact, we see that about 15% of BAs in the world globally wear that dual role of, about 15 to 18% of BAs globally have that dual role of PM/BA, project manager/business analyst. Right, it does. In fact, today, you don't see a project management job description that says business analysis skills. You see more maybe agile. However, when you look at the business analyst job title today, 8 out of 10 are requiring project management skills, right? So the project manager is focused on delivering that project, right? My resources, what is the time,
Right.
what the budget, what's the scope of work, right? He puts together all of the plans and ensures that he delivers on that project. You want this project done
Right.
in 6 months, you get it on the 31st of October. Our budget is $100,000. I want to make sure that I don't go over that budget. I have said I need 10 resources. As long as I have 10 resources, I'm going to get it
I'm
done,
going to deliver.
right? And that's all the PM is working towards doing. However, with business analysis, we start pre-projects before the project starts, where we're looking at the business case. Does it make sense to carry out those projects? What are we looking to achieve at the end of this project? What are our competitors doing, right? So we do the pre-project work to sort of analyze, does it make sense? Should we go forward? Is it, we do our go or no go decision making before the project starts. So when we do that business case and justify it and say, if we spend this $100,000 in the next 6 months, we complete this project. And then after 6 months, we are going to be working with the project team and we're going to evaluate to see that we're going to get the benefits. So we, the BAs, we're already looking at the benefits of the projects before the project even starts. So when we justify it with the business case, then the company says, okay, let's go ahead. And that's where the PM comes and we have a statement of work and charter and we start the projects. Now, during the project, we're getting the requirements. We know what the business wants to achieve. Working with the team members, we get the requirements. If we're an agile team, we write user stories or we document it, right? And we're making sure that we're aligning everything and keeping everybody on track in terms of the business goals. For the project manager, his goal is the project goal, still aligned to the business goal, but for the project manager, it's about his team, his budget, his scope, time. He wants to achieve that. But with the business analyst, we're working with the team saying, this solution, this might not be what we're looking for. How about we tweak it this way? And that's where sometimes, we might have those clashes with the PM who wants to deliver, but the BA is saying quality, we want to make sure we deliver the right quality. So that's where, we align. So once the project is delivered and the PM succeeds and delivers that project, even maybe before his deadline, that's a success, right? That's a success criteria for the PM. He has delivered that project, great. However, post-project, the BA is still involved because after delivering, the BAs are now going to come and look at what we have delivered and do what we call solution evaluation. So what we deliver, does it meet our organizational goals? Are our customers happy? What can we do to improve things? Do we need to train our staff? How do we help our customers go through this this period of transition? What are the things that we can support them with and make some changes or tweaks even after the project is done? At this point, it's more of process improvement and continuous improvement that we're doing. So the work of the BA is very cyclical. And while the project manager is done and has delivered and probably moved on to the next project, we're still working with the team. So that's kind of like how our roles, we still work together, but our role is like pre-project, post-project, we're still involved in the whole cycle. Yeah.
So looks like the business manager's role, whilst the project manager, it's kind of on one particular initiative, deliver and move on to the next one. The business manager is more on an agile level.
Yeah, solution focused. So we're solution focused. Yeah.
I see. Let's talk about the fun part. Let's talk about money.
Yeah.
Right? You said you help people make 6 figures.
Right.
Is it guaranteed that when you're done, once you have, when you enter, let me put it this way, is it guaranteed that you enter this space, you can make 6 figures, or you start from somewhere before
you can definitely start from somewhere. This all depends on your experience. So for someone who has at least about 7 to 10 years of experience, you can get into the 6-figure bracket because you're already intermediate to senior at that level. But if you're just starting out, you're looking at anywhere from 60 to 80K, which is still great for starting salary. But when you already do have experience and you have developed an expertise, in something and then you take on the business analysis skill, then you see yourself already in that 6-figure mark. And just looking at the statistics, the average salary BA, like in the US, for example, is around $108,000. So that's just an average. Some industries pay higher, pay lower. Also, your location matters. So there are so many things that, can affect that variable. But in terms of experience, when you're coming into the industry with experience, that experience is what counts for you to be able to get those 6-figure roles. Yeah.
I see. So entry level, anything between 65 to 80.
Yeah.
And of course, all this information is also available on Google as
exactly,
well. Exactly,
right? Absolutely. Or even the IIBA website, right? The business analysis.
What is IIBA?
International Institute of Business Analysis. Yes, that's the global body for business analysis, just like we have the PMI for project management.
Right.
So every year they produce a report, which is called the Global Business Analysis Survey, where they survey business analysts all over the world, and they bring about these statistics in terms of hiring, how hiring is going, in terms of people landing jobs, people getting certifications, best industries to work, salaries based off of your location as well. So that also helps you to sort of know, okay, based on my experience, for example, in the 2022 report, people with 0 to 2 years of experience are earning around 55, which is still great, right? People with about 3, which people with about 3 to 5 or 6 are still earning around 70 to 80, about 80, which is great. And then people with about 7 years of experience and more are earning around 80, 90 to about 100. So that helps you to sort of gauge and know how much can I earn based on my experience. And they tell you the skill sets of these people. So do you want to make that money? Do you want to be in that range? What are the skill sets they have? So those are the things that I also did when I was looking at those jobs, is that, okay, I'm here. How can I get here? Do I need to take certifications, take courses, since this is what skills companies require to actually pay that amount? So that's what I tell people to do, is that upskill to help you get there.
One amazing thing you shared is that this business analysis skill is transferable to any industry.
Yeah.
You can, you just need the industry knowledge, then you'll be able to transfer the skill, to apply the skill to delivery and execution of results.
Right.
So if someone is coming in, they're interested in this field.
Yeah.
How do they get into it? And also talk to us about your program, the services you offer. If someone is interested, where do they start from?
All right. So if you are interested in the business analysis career, it is a career path. So it's not something that you can just snap your finger and just get started in. So if you're getting started and you already have experience, we recommend that you identify your strengths and your skills. And we have a class for that helps you identify, what are my strengths? What have I done? Or you can actually book a consultation with us to help you identify that. And then once we've done that, we'll now talk about what the next steps are for you in terms of the training that we would recommend at the business analysis school, certifications we would recommend that you get to help you achieve that goal. The Business Analysis School website is businessanalysicschool.com. On the website, we have some online courses you can take. There are short online courses you can take that can help you identify, what can I bring to the table in terms of my experience? What would be the best roles for me? We also have some, free classes and webinars that we do at the school. And then we also have coaching programs and certification programs you can take, getting certified as a CBAP business analyst, or learning the practical tools if that's what you need, or learning the skills, getting the tools, getting certifications, and also getting coaching. So would recommend the best line of action for you. But with a lot of people that we work with, they already have experience. So because they already have experience, they're already bringing something to the table. And that's why we're able to have people land jobs in 22 days, 45 days, is because they're bringing something and they're just adding business analysis skills to it. And it's helping them, get into those jobs quicker.
Amazing, amazing. There are a lot of us that from back home, we have this corporate background. We've
Right.
worked in the corporate world, so we have this skill already.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend who was a CPA back home in Nigeria. He moved here. He wanted to get into accounting job, but again, you know how it works over
True.
here.
Yeah.
You have to start from the bottom. You have to start from somewhere. He ended up working at a bank. I mean, and no disrespect, this not to bring anybody down
True.
or any type of work down. But I'm sharing this story for us to see that, sometimes we should open our mind, because this friend of mine wanted to get into accounting so bad that he ended up going, taking a bank. He became a bank teller, and making $12 an hour, making $12 an hour. Whereas with that skill and the knowledge that he had, that analysis skills that he has as an accountant, he would be able to transfer that into a different area, not necessarily accounting. He would still even be able to make more money.
Right.
So, it's something that we need to open our minds to, especially with those of us from the diaspora.
Right.
Especially in 2023. I mean, there are so many opportunities.
So many.
And, I mean, it's so easy. I mean, who would have known that you'd be able to enter business? I mean, when I heard about business analysis, you need a degree. You need a 4-year college degree in order for you to be able to enter. And it doesn't mean that the space is, it's like it has been washed down. So now everybody, no, of course, like you shared, there are still expectations. There are required skills.
Right.
And if a company is going to hire you, you need to meet those skills before they hire you.
Right.
But the beauty in this is that so far as you take the required training and the required course, even without a college degree, you have the skill, you'll be able to get in, which in America, and I don't know about Canada, but in America, yes, for education is good. I mean, hey, I have a doctorate, so I'll never, discourage someone if you have the passion and the drive to seek education. But maybe you are the type that school is not for you. You just want to get into it. You just want to, something real quick that you can start to do. This is a path that you'll be able to take that, as Eno shared with us, you just need to complete these courses, right? And it's a space that you can enter with little or no experience.
Right.
Of course, you're not going to start making 6 figures right away, but like Eno shared, it's a career path. So over time, the more years you spend in the space, you're gaining more experience. You are becoming, intermediary. You are moving into senior level class where you'll be able to make more. So, please, my brothers and sisters, as much as there are other, opportunities that are out there that we would love to do, that everybody is doing, there are the same way there are so many other areas that we can leverage. And another example, or another one of them, is business analysis. What are the industries that pays, or that industries that have the great opportunities?
Okay, so the top industries that pay the highest salaries for business analysts are: 1, information technology, which we know, the tech space; 2, banking, finance, insurance, pay really well. 3rd is the energy space, so oil and gas, renewable energy, any company within the energy space. 4, government. Government is actually one of the highest employers of business analysts and actually pay business analysts well. 5th is consulting. So management consulting, any consulting company, whether it's business or technology consulting, pay business analysts well. And also these other industries such as retail, transportation, and aviation industries as well hire and pay business analysts really well.
So, I mean, this is a wide range of industries.
Exactly. I forgot. Healthcare. Healthcare is also another industry that hires a lot of business analysts and pays them really well to healthcare as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I agree to that because I'm in healthcare. I see a lot of business analysis
Right.
roles and a lot of organizations. There are a lot of projects, a lot of initiatives that they have.
So
And
many.
so,
And that's why I tell people, like, healthcare is not just, working in the wards as a nurse or as a care assistant. Like, I mean, those roles, like we, like you rightly said, we appreciate them because they care for the sick and also our, seniors. But, if you wanted to do something else in healthcare, you can, because the healthcare industry is so wide that it's not just working in the hospital. There's technologies, there's solutions, there's processes, there's projects going on. Yeah, and it's just amazing to see how the variety of industries, there's, it's not like one way. You can apply your knowledge anywhere. We've had students take their banking experience, work in healthcare. Students take their engineering experience, work in banking. Somebody takes their banking experience, work in education. So it's just amazing to see how versatile business analysis can be.
how long does it take with your program from start to finish for someone to complete the training or the course before they can start applying?
So the typical timeline that we have is 3 months, whereby you would have completed all of business analysis knowledge to be prepared for the certification, the practical training of the tools, to do at least a project, to get you have more hands-on practical knowledge of the tools and the techniques. And then in terms of the career coaching, where you start doing your resume, your LinkedIn, and start preparing for interviews. So that timeline is around 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 months.
Okay, 3 months. Okay. And do you help them with that when they are done? Do you help them with the coaching aspect of it too?
Yes, it's also a part of our program is the career coaching as well. Yeah.
Do you mind sharing about cost, or is something that is proprietary?
So in terms of the cost, we have several programs. So I wouldn't want to say this is one particular course that would work for everybody, because we have programs depending on your level of experience. So the program I just mentioned is for people who have at least 7 years of work experience. So that's the program. So depending on where you are in your career, when you come to us, we would give you a free consultation to understand what you've done. We also have programs for people who are already in leadership positions and still want to add on business analysis skills. So that's our thought leadership program, which is a 6-month program. And then we also have a program for people who are already in leadership and want to become consultants. So we have that consulting program. That is a 1-year program. So we have several programs. So depending on where you are, from entry level to consultant level, we'll help you determine which is the best for you. So when you come to the business analysis school, you can always book a consultation with us, and we'll identify your strengths and what works for you and recommend the best course for you.
Makes sense. So let's say someone is done with the training. Would they be able to put it on their resume?
Yes.
With that they completed the training with the
yes,
school?
They'll be able to put the training on their resume. They get certificates as well of completion and badges. Our programs are IIBA endorsed. We are an education provider for the IIBA, so all our classes are endorsed. They get PDUs for every class they take. The accelerator program, which is for 3 months, they get 115 PDUs just for being a part of that program. So all our programs have PDUs. Certification classes are 40 PDUs. So that helps you with getting certified and even recertified as well. So these are the things that students get to benefit. And then when they work on projects, they can use that as experience on their resume, which is very valuable especially in this part of the world where experience is something that employers are always looking for. Even if you're bringing 100 years of experience from another country, right? So that's something that we offer to our students that's invaluable.
Tell me about it. So, tell me about it. So, experience is great. Education is great. The credentials are great.
Great, yeah.
But as far as America and Canada, if you don't have the experience, because you have to prove yourself.
You have to, yeah.
Beyond the education, beyond the certification, beyond the titles. They care about, are you getting the job done?
Done.
Can I trust
Period.
you
Period. Point blank.
And you get it done.
Yeah.
And that is really what will set you out in terms of career advancement and career growth. So with your program, is it open to all or only limited to folks in Canada?
Oh no, we have global presence. So we have global
Okay.
presence, and anyone can join our programs. They were fully online. We are fully online evenings and weekends, and when we typically have classes, and we have students all the way from Africa to Asia to Australia. So feel free to reach out to us, and we'll recommend the best program for you. We also have programs that are specific to certain places, like Africa, for example. We have programs that are designed for the African market too as well. So there is a place for everyone at the Business Analysis School.
Absolutely. There's a place for everyone in this space. This has been a great conversation with you.
Yes,
But even before we wrap this up, I mean, you're a woman in this space. I don't see a lot of women in this space, and it doesn't mean that women are not don't do well. Women are a blessing, full with abilities, natural giftings, and natural talents. But just like project management, if you look at the stats, there are a lot more men than women, and probably might be relatable to business analysis.
True.
I mean, what is the opportunities for females in this space?
Well, women we're highly analytical. We're problem solvers. This is what we do. We have great communication skills, and these are soft skills that BAs need to have. Great communication skills, analytical thinking, problem solving. So I want to invite more women to come into this path. We've been told that, the tech space has been always dominated by men, but the truth is all of the inventions that we see today, women were involved in it. Some were actually done by women, probably overtaken by men, but some we can actually see from history that women have been involved in technology. Women have been involved in, leading change. So don't be scared to come into this space, business analysis, or even project management. You too can do this. You can lead, right? You can facilitate workshops or sessions. You can drive change within organizations. Do it fearlessly, boldly, audaciously. And then also you can see from my own experience. And what you said, about women being in this space, and even just seeing people that look like us. That's another rare thing. Right. When I was listed as one of the top 8 women in business analysis, I was the only Black woman on that list, and the only woman person from Africa. And I want to see more women on that list. I want to see more women doing big things in this space, and not be scared, to step out of their comfort zone, and not shrinking, demanding what they truly deserve in the workplace, asking for that raise, that promotion, applying for manager, director positions. If you are worth it, if you know that you have the skills and the experience, go for it, right? I welcome you all into this space. We've seen women who are just even doing customer service, call center jobs, being able to leverage their experience from back home and use that to move into senior leadership positions. So it is possible. We have lots of testimonials on our website. Over 1,000. I was
going to ask you to share any testimonial.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We had one of our students who was a nurse, right? And she was like doing a nurse and care assistant job and making about maybe $28 per hour. And when she was just tired of the stress that was coming with everything and she wanted a remote job, she reached out and she joined the program. And now she works as a Scrum Master in a healthcare company. Right, it's a healthcare tech company. So she's leveraging her healthcare experience. Right. We also had one of our students who was a banker and started working in the call center, another female, right? But with the training and the knowledge that she got, she's now a product manager in a fintech, right? So leveraging her banking experience.
Wow.
And also we have, like you mentioned, the CPA, your friend who was a CPA. We had another woman in our program who was a CPA, but you know how it is, even with the CPA, when you come in, a lot of times you start with accounting assistant jobs and things like that. Right. But with business analysis, knowledge and training, she's now a chief business analyst at the Bank of Canada. We had another woman who was working in construction back in Nigeria. And when she came into Canada, she wanted to be able to work as a business analyst, project manager. She wanted to do something, but all she had done was construction. We're able to help her identify her strengths and land a job at the Bank of Canada, working in the facilities management department. right? So still working within her expertise. So how can you tap into your own expertise, leverage that, and and grow within your career? So we have thousands of testimonials on our website. You can go there, get inspiration, and maybe you're that person who you're probably trying to apply for a job and you got rejections and you're discouraged. Go there, read the testimonials, watch the videos. That would give you the encouragement you need to keep going. You too can do this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in today's world, 2023, there are a lot of tools that will make the job easy. I mean, with AI coming in, there are a lot of tools that, some of us were intimidated by technology and all of it, but it's actually getting easier and easier and easier.
It is.
Who would have imagined that a time will come where you'll be able to punch in one sentence in a computer and it'll write a whole script for you.
Right.
And this is the world we're living in.
It's the world we live in. And imagine what's going to be like in 5 years.
Hello. So
right? That's why I left accounting. Hello.
let's just hope that these technologies don't kick us out of our job.
No, don't worry. We're good. Companies still need people who can help them with it, right? Integrate it, right? So,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that's just a joke. I don't ever think, of course, there's been that fear that, with the AI is going to take out jobs. It will happen in some areas, but I think it's just like COVID. COVID was a problem, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It was a problem, but it also created a lot of opportunities for a lot of people that leverage on that to be able to turn their life around. So with whatever opportunity that we find ourselves, growth opportunity, there are going to be challenges. And it's all about those that will be able to stand out tall and look at, what can I make out of this opportunity that is coming out, rather than letting the problems, shift them, or letting the problems, put them in some areas where they cringe and they crunch. So please, we are growing. The world is moving. The world is advancing, and let's be part of this growth journey. There is money to be made.
Absolutely,
and you are definitely one of them that can make those money. Well, thank you so much for being here. I've really thoroughly enjoyed this discussion, and if you have enjoyed our conversation, share with your friend. You never know someone that needs this information, okay? That this can be a life-changing decision that they need to make. And even folks that are intended, I have people reach out to me. They want to move out. They want to travel to US, Canada, whatever. And the first thing I tell them is get a skill.
Exactly.
Get a skill that when you land, as you are landing, your resume is ready, you are applying. It's not now that when you arrive, you're trying to figure out what you're going to do.
Exactly.
Get a skill. And in 2023, there are a lot of skills you can attain without going to a traditional brick and mortar, location to get education. Like Enos program, you can do it online, remotely, any part of the world. All right. So planning goes along. Well, thank you all for watching to, this point. I really appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Once again, thank you for the insight and your experience.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next time, and have a good one now. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.